Ladies and gentlemen, relationships are optional. Stability is essential. You see, a relationship might bring you comfort, company, and moments that make you smile, but it's not the foundation that holds your life together. You can have someone by your side every day and still feel empty if your life isn't stable. Stability is that unshakable ground you stand on when everything else tries to push you down. It's the job that pays your bills, the discipline that keeps you focused, the skills that make you valuable, and the mindset that pushes you forward no matter what's happening around you. Without stability, you're leaning on shaky ground, hoping someone else will hold you up, and that's a dangerous position to be in. A relationship can leave you tomorrow, that's just reality. People change, feelings shift, situations evolve. But if you've built stability for yourself, you don't crumble when someone walks away. You still have your home, your income, your health, your focus. Stability doesn't abandon you in the middle of the night. It's there because you built it with your own hands. When you invest in yourself, you become your own safety net. You no longer need to panic when life takes away temporary comforts, because you've secured the essentials that keep you going. Think about how many people are holding on to relationships not because they're happy, but because they're afraid of being alone or afraid they can't manage life without that person's help. That's not love, that's dependency. Dependency is a trap. It convinces you that you can't stand on your own, and it blinds you from seeing that you are capable of building a life where you don't have to beg for help to survive. Stability breaks that chain. It gives you the power to choose relationships for love, not necessity. When you have stability, you make decisions from strength, not fear. You can walk away from toxic people without worrying if you'll be able to make rent next month. You can set higher standards for who you allow into your life because you don't need anyone to rescue you. Stability is freedom in disguise, freedom to say no, freedom to take risks, freedom to live life on your terms. Some people think stability is boring. They want excitement, thrill, spontaneity. But the truth is, real stability is what makes those things possible without destroying your life. You can take a trip because you have the money saved. You can start a new project because your bills are already covered. You can fall in love without the fear of losing yourself, because your identity isn't tied to someone else's approval or support. Stability is not the enemy of excitement. It's the foundation that makes excitement sustainable. Without it, every good thing you chase can collapse overnight. Would you like me to now expand keynote no? 2 in the same powerful style, money is not greed, it's survival. Too many people have been taught to believe that wanting money automatically makes you selfish, that chasing financial success means you've lost your values. But the truth is, money is the fuel that keeps your life moving. Without it, you can't pay for shelter, you can't put food on the table, you can't cover your basic needs. It's not about wanting piles of cash just to show off. It's about creating the security that allows you to live without constant fear. The world runs on resources, and money is simply the tool we use to access them. There's a big difference between greed and survival. Greed is taking more than you need at the expense of others. Survival is making sure you have enough to stand on your own 2 feet without depending on anyone else to rescue you. Money gives you choices. It gives you the power to decide where you live, what you eat, and how you spend your time. Without it, you're stuck in a cycle of limits, where every decision is based on what you can't afford instead of what you truly want to do. When you don't have money, your freedom is restricted. You have to say yes to jobs you hate because you can't risk losing income. You have to stay in unhealthy situations because you can't afford to leave. You have to delay dreams because you're too busy surviving. People who say money isn't important usually have enough of it to cover their needs. They're speaking from comfort, not struggle. For those who are fighting just to make ends meet, money is oxygen. Without it, everything becomes harder. Think about how stress changes a person. The majority of stress in life is connected to financial struggles, rent, bills, debt, emergencies. Money doesn't solve every problem, but it removes the constant pressure that eats away at your energy and focus. When you're not worried about how to pay for tomorrow, you can finally focus on building for the future. You can think clearly, you can make better decisions, you can be more present with the people you love. Money also affects the way people treat you. Whether it's fair or not, the world respects those who can stand on their own. Financial independence changes the dynamic in every relationship, personal and professional. You stop relying on favors, you stop tolerating disrespect, you stop accepting crumbs because you can afford to walk away and look for better. That's not greed, that's strength. And that strength comes from understanding that money is not just about wealth, it's about control over your own life. Do you want me to continue with keynote no? 3 in the same style. Build your foundation before chasing the extras. Everyone wants the big house, the luxury car, the dream vacations, and the picture-perfect lifestyle. But few are willing to first do the work that makes those things sustainable. The foundation is everything. It's the habits you build, the discipline you develop, the skills you sharpen, and the stability you create before you even think about the extras. Without a solid foundation, those extras will crush you instead of lift you. It's like stacking gold bars on a table made of paper. It looks impressive for a moment, but it won't last long before it collapses. The foundation means your income is steady, your debts are under control, your health is cared for, and your responsibilities are handled. It means you have a plan, not just dreams. It means your life is balanced enough that when you add something new, it doesn't send everything else into chaos. Too many people chase after extras first. They spend money they don't have, take on commitments they're not ready for, and try to live a lifestyle they can't afford. They end up stressed, burnt out, and constantly trying to fix problems that could have been avoided if they had built stability first. A strong foundation gives you the power to enjoy the extras without being enslaved by them. When your finances are in order, buying something nice doesn't create guilt or panic. When your time is managed well, adding a new project doesn't push you to exhaustion. When your mind is strong, outside opinions don't shake your confidence. Without the foundation, everything feels like a struggle because you're trying to hold up a life that's heavier than the structure you built to support it. Think about building a house. The most beautiful design is worthless if the ground it sits on is weak. The walls will crack, the roof will sag, and sooner or later, it will all fall apart. Life works the same way. You can decorate it with luxuries and experiences, but if the base isn't secure, it's only a matter of time before it breaks. That's why building the foundation is not optional, it's survival. The extras should be rewards, not necessities. They should come after you've handled the basics, after you've built enough strength to carry them without losing your balance. When you skip the foundation, you end up chasing temporary highs instead of long-term stability. You're constantly moving from one thing to another, hoping the next big purchase or exciting experience will fix the instability underneath, but it never does. Only the foundation can do that. It's the difference between living in control and living in chaos, between building something that lasts and building something that collapses the moment life gets heavy. Respect follows self-reliance. People might like you for your personality, they might enjoy your company, they might even love you, but respect is earned when you can stand on your own 2 feet. Self-reliance means you're not waiting for someone else to make your moves, pay your bills, or rescue you from the storms of life. It's the ability to handle your business without constantly leaning on others, and that independence changes the way people see you. When you're self-reliant, you carry yourself differently. You walk into a room with quiet confidence because you know you can take care of yourself no matter what. The truth is, respect isn't just about what you say, it's about what you can do without asking for permission or assistance. When people see that you can create solutions instead of waiting for them, they see strength. When they realize you're not easily shaken by setbacks because you have your own resources, your own plan, and your own drive, their opinion of you changes. They may not always agree with you, but they'll think twice before underestimating you. Self-reliance also protects you from the kind of control others try to exert when they know you need them. When someone is your only source of stability, they can set the rules for how you live. They can decide when and how you move forward because you're dependent on what they provide. But when you can provide for yourself, those invisible chains fall away. You're free to choose relationships based on respect and mutual value, not because you're trapped by necessity. That freedom naturally demands respect because you are no longer in a position where anyone can take away your stability with a single decision. Being self-reliant doesn't mean you reject help or avoid collaboration. It means that help is a choice, not a lifeline. You can accept it because you want to, not because you have no other option, and that's a completely different kind of power. It's the kind of power that makes people see you as an equal, not as a burden. It's the difference between being invited into opportunities and being tolerated out of obligation. Respect built on self-reliance is lasting because it's not tied to what you can offer temporarily. It's tied to who you are and how you operate. You become the person others look to for guidance, the one they trust to handle things without falling apart. People naturally value those who bring stability, who don't crumble under pressure, and who have proven they can navigate life's challenges with or without backup. That kind of reputation doesn't come from talk. It comes from the consistent ability to stand alone, to make decisions, and to carry the weight of your own responsibilities without letting it break you.